because we're wrapping up my water fundraiser, but I want to tell you the real reason we are here today. We are here because we are going to kind of feel what it's like to be a girl in Kenya. These girls do this thing, something that you would never have to experience. They do it every day and several times a day. The load they carry is much, much heavier than we will be carrying. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Water carrying, you fill up a bucket of water, and you fill up a bucket of water, and it takes you hours to get there and come back, and you don't go to school or anything. So
yeah.
And all of that effort, you have to get water, and the water is nothing. So
Yeah, that's right. We'll be carrying water. I know this doesn't sound very fun, but girls in other countries, not just Kenya, don't have a choice. The long journey and the dirty water that is collected means that girls are unable to go to school and worse, are at risk of death. While I'm doing my fundraiser, I've researched a lot about water so I can tell other people about it. Did you know that clean water is not available everywhere in Kenya, even though we are one of the most water-rich countries? I didn't know that fact until last week or so. Many of our indigenous communities live on reserves where water is contaminated and hard to access, and I don't think that's really fair. So I would like to start our program with the indigenous practice of honoring and acknowledging those who have stepped on this land before us. Indigenous people have lived on the lands we now call Richmond Hill for many centuries and have made and continue to make very important contributions to Richmond Hill and to our country. We are on the traditional territories of the Wendat, the Haudenosaunee, and the Anishinaabe peoples, whose presence continues today. We would also like to acknowledge that the land we are on is at the meeting place of two treaties, the lands of the Mississaugas of the Credit and the First Nations of the Williams Treaty. We thank them and all Indigenous people for being the keepers of these lands and now sharing it with us. In another Indigenous tradition, the earth is said to be a woman, Mother Earth, and her life source, her blood, is water. For this reason, women and water have a unique relationship. Water flows through a woman, nourishes her, and allows her to give life. In the words of an Anishinaabe grandmother, water isn't just for drinking or washing. Water has its own spirit. Water is alive. Water has memory. Water knows how you treat it. Water knows you. You should get to know water too. I would now like us to take a moment to listen to and to reflect on the water song. I have Jacqueline sharing her experience while she was doing the water walk in Kenya.
Sure. So leading up to the water walk, I was on a Meet a Weed trip. And one really important thing to note is that where I was working was in the East Sononi Primary School, just working alongside the community for their build project. And while there I got to meet a lot of really, really cool people, a lot of them the primary school children who were really driven. So with that context, you see, it was really important for me to know more about the community I was visiting when I went on a water walk with two of the local mothers. So my friends and I on the trip, we all got up really early to walk out and meet the mothers so we wouldn't interfere with their schedule, and then to go collect water with them. However, right at the start, I got a huge surprise doing it because we went to go for the closest water source to collect the water, right? But what I didn't click was that water source was actually this watering hole that was right next to my camp. But my friends and I, none of us really considered that that's where we'd be getting water, because I think in the back of our minds we didn't even consider that somewhere you get water from, because previously we'd seen livestock drinking from there. So when we went to fill up the water, we had to step over feces and poop to get to it. It was this disgusting brown water, and it was really, it was a moment of reflection watching the two mamas who we'd worked and built beside to make these schoolhouses, collecting this water that I wouldn't swim in to bring back to their families. So my friends and I, literally, I think almost no one talked the whole 5 minutes while the mamas helped us fill up these plastic jerry cans, because we just didn't know what to say, let alone feel and think. So once we collected these jerry cans, we began to walk back with the mamas, working in a group much like we are now, together to carry this water. We were carrying it on our foreheads with a rope and a jerry can on our back. We began to take the trek back to their houses. It was surprisingly cold and kind of windy, and the water kind of sloshed down my back, and like I said, it wasn't nice water. So I was feeling really accomplished when towards the end of the walk, I kind of accomplished a fraction of what they do every day, because it was hard, even that little fraction. But see, after I did that, that's when we reached their homes. They were so generous, and they welcomed us into those homes. They told us so much about their lives. But in those homes, their children were also there. Children from the primary school where, I've been laughing and dancing and playing and learning so much about what it means to be a community and about myself. And it hit me again that all the friends I've been making, that, this was the water that they lived off of, that when I went back home, I'd be going home to clean water from the tap, but that this was their home. So I think it's one thing to know how fortunate I am to have access to clean water, but it's because of the community of Isanoni, Kenya, where I traveled, that I kind of began to really understand what it is, that it's not just something we need to drink to stay alive. It really is our opportunity, it's our education, it's our health, it's our future, it's so much more. So thank you all for being a part of the Walking for Water, because I think we can all kind of get to understand a little bit more by doing this.
Awesome. Thank you.
On a weekly trip. I'll share a bit. I think the most profound part of my experience was actually when I came back. So I posted photos of my experience on Facebook just like everyone else. And funnily enough, the mama who I went on the water walk with, her name is Mama Grace, sent me a friend request on Facebook. Oh. I was like, oh, okay. So I accepted her. She saw the photo. There's a photo of me and her, which we actually have on Aleena's poster, when I was doing the water walk. And she commented on it, "This is our way of life." And that just kind of made me think, like, to me, this is, and just like Jacqueline said, it's an accomplishment that we try to do something that's a part of their lives, but it's even a fraction of what they actually do in one day. And that she was just saying, well, this is just a chore. This is like, me doing the laundry or washing the dishes. Like, this is just something that we do. And so I think that's just what I wanted to highlight, is that this walk is not for us to say that they have to walk long distances and carry water. Like, we shouldn't pity them for it, because this is just how the structure is, that this is just how they have to do things. But like Jacqueline also mentioned, it's not just water, it's what water can, or clean water can do. It can provide education for girls, because now they can do their chores and they can also go to school if the clean water well is built near where they go to school. They'll have better health if they have clean water. So, less waterborne illnesses leading to death, less dropping out of school because of illnesses. It's opportunity. If there's a water source near a child's school, now the mom doesn't have to go fetch the water while the kids are at school or whatever they're doing, and she has the opportunity to earn an income. So I just wanted to highlight, exactly like Mama Grace said, this is a part of our life. And let's just remember that we're here to honor that and to experience a fraction of that, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Just like that.
It's a great thing.
Ni me kisa